With our top story, a local college's namesake is driving debate because of his controversial past. Tonight, some in the Cabrillo College community say the Cabrillo name is offensive to Indigenous people and needs to be changed immediately. Thanks for being here. For KON News at 5 o'clock, I'm Aaron Groff.
Good evening, and I'm Veronica Macias. The college says it is taking calls for change seriously here, even forming a study committee. The community college says a serious discussion on the topic came up in the wake of enhanced awareness over social injustice, and now a decision will be made about a name that represents a Spanish conquistador. KION's Drew Andre live for us at Cabrillo College and the challenges and expenses this all entails. Drew?
Well, Veronica, the college is named after that Spanish conquistador who enslaved Native Americans, among other things. But replacing just the signage alone could be a $1 million task. Down Cabrillo College Drive, the Cabrillo name is plastered around campus, but many are hoping that name will be removed for good.
For me, that's a really offensive name to be putting on my degree.
Rosh, a recent Cabrillo College graduate, first learned about the school's namesake, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, in an anthropology of Natives people course on campus, and discovered more of the history behind the conquistador, credited with leading the first European exploration to the West Coast.
Ran mines that used slave labor, and he was a documented serial rapist, including of children. The genocide of Native peoples.
Now, the college has created a committee that will listen to community input and eventually make a decision whether to drop the name. The school's president says the conversation needs to happen.
In our current environment and a recognition of all the social injustices that are happening, not only currently but in the past, there's an awareness of history that is emergent right now.
Those against changing the Cabrillo name that's existed since the school's inception in 1959 argue the costs and logistics may not be worth the effort.
I would ask how a symbolic change like this is supposed to advance anything in terms of material improvements, and especially would ask, of course, how would it be paid for?
Wetstein says between signs, a new web domain, stationery, and various other changes, the cost could be more than $1 million.
There are all of these attendance costs that tend to roll out over a year or so.
When there's political opportunity, that's when you need to sort of put all your energy into an issue. And it's something that, even if it's something that you've been different levels advocating for years.
Wetstein said if the name is changed, the next step would be to decide if it's named after another person or a geographic location. But Aaron, Veronica, we're still months away from a decision.